You know what's even more ridiculous?
They pick
sub
the stage.
30
They pick the
peak from other Cree.
Oh, all ruins. Why did it take them so long to pick all ruins?
Okay, he turned off the stream. We're good.
How do you get sub 30? That's insane. Do you live at the same house?
No, I just have decent internet, I guess.
Okay.
Both Crees have some good ass internet.
Yeah, we're about to get some good ass play.
Delapidator's going Goddess. Now this is an interesting sight. Because
I guess even Delapidator has his low tier limit.
If I remember correctly, Delap said he was going to go back to Ruby after winning with Goddess last tournament. Well, last Wi-Fi weekly.
Yeah, and that makes sense, but it might be because of this specific matchup. I'm not entirely familiar with how new Ruby fares against Remedy, but I know that Goddess would probably fare a little bit better.
Yep. With all those neutral Bs and fares, that she can definitely wall out Remedy. But man, this is...
In theory, this is Cree we're talking about.
True.
Definitely, like, next to Techie was, for a while, the best Remedy. And arguably still is. Who else would contest that at this point?
I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, there are a few up-and-coming remedies. I know XJ Henry and Fumbles are definitely, like, remedies to watch out for.
Yeah, God.
Ooh, Cree is gonna take that.
Delapidator needs to watch out for same goes to Cree. This is questionable DI, but at the same time, Cree making it back. Somehow living an up smash from Goddess.
That's Remedy too, like Remedy's so late.
Even so, I was just about to say I'm liking what I'm seeing from Cree, and then he headbutts a flaming ball of fire. Good job, buddy.
Yep.
Hey, you guys, shoot the fire. You're learning. This guy's adapting. This is why he's a top player.
Honestly, Delap is probably one of the scarier fighters to go up against, simply because he can make any character look good if he sets his mind to it, and his work ethic is just amazing. Like, I will see this guy online like all the time, just labbing everything.
Yeah, and the labbing's really coming through. You can absolutely see Delapidator with these setups in mind.
Like, I know recently he's been labbing his Ruby a lot, and he's just been like a lot of people will say Ruby's a lot worse now since the rework, but he's making Ruby still look really good.
Oh, I'm seeing Wampa saying that we're potentially behind. For context, it's going to change to 16 now. So I don't know how much of a reference that'll give you guys, but that's what we're seeing. Right now, I'm seeing pretty good reason why Delapidator chose this character.
I was gonna say, Wampa, like, I can't imagine how that
Oh my gosh. Up throw to up strong, oh my gosh. Just, the up strong has so many attributes. It is bonkers. And Cree is just going to town on the oh my gosh, this Cree is running away with this game right now. He having a 2-stock lead. But
I didn't know you could carry Goddess off the side like that.
I think that was just because of the DI. I'm not sure.
Potentially, but wow, yeah, Cree is absolutely picking it up. I was going to say a bit earlier that Delap might just be more comfortable with Goddess's kit, but if we can keep up this momentum, then my god, he might have to go Ruby after all.
Yeah, and that air strong on stage is a bit questionable. Maybe if Remedy Cree had covered a little bit higher, it might have worked.
And generally, that's what a lot of characters will want to go for against Goddess, but Delapidator loves calling out high recoveries. Problem is, Remedy doesn't have to deal with that. One of the safest characters to get back to ledge with, easily.
Yes, definitely. And oh my gosh, speaking of which, he is barely managing to live with the air strong.
Shh, don't tell Cree about the overlays. He gets mad.
And Cree is gonna take the game with an up throw to up strong.
The chat works.
Chat is working out very nicely. And I'm glad that you're doing everything you can, Cree.
Thank you.
Props to you. Hats off to you. Everybody in chat, send Cree your
blessings.
energy. Your blessings. I want to see smiley faces in chat.
Cree, that was game 1. Cree won.
I want to see non-stop smiley faces in chat.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, Cree has the best BCM.
Alright, we got a laughing fish spoon. We have a dab. That's close enough.
Oh man.
You guys get an A for effort. Minus an execution, but an A for effort.
Alright, which stage are we going on this time? It looks as though Cree and Delapidator have already decided.
Alright.
I have no idea what they're going to go for.
They said all ruins.
All ruins? Okay.
I am stunned.
Yeah. I'm still confused how it took them 5 minutes to decide all ruins.
And the lap is going to
doing it
stay Goddess.
specifically to screw with you.
Oh, for sure. Especially since it took me 20 minutes to set up their set.
Yeah, and in that respect, I'm happy.
Now, I really want to see if the lap can adapt, because after last game, I'm not sure if the lap should have stayed Goddess, but then again, he could very well surprise me.
It's possible he's just not used to Cree's kit, because again, when they were both on top, and I'm assuming this mostly still stays the case, Teki and Cree actually had very different playstyles. Teki being very reserved, very hard to approach, and Cree being the much more upfront and personal of the two.
Yeah, and that's really...
And we're seeing that here, because very rarely do you see, not just
oh my gosh,
but players contesting Goddess, but Cree having no fear. And the only time he's remotely elusive is right here, where you're seeing him getting back to stage, and the mix-ups are excellent. Mostly going mid.
Like, jeez. I know that a lot of remedies like to play more defensive just because Rem's frame data is not exactly the best for up close and personal, but Cree is looking really making this work.
It's not the best, but one thing Remedy does have is maneuverability. It's the Jigglypuff situation. You might not have the best neutral tools, but you have tools to get in with them.
Ooh, and the lap is going to take a nice, comfortable lead with that forward strong.
Yeah, the lap being the antithesis to my original point. The lap is very eager to go in. Not able, eager.
Yes, like, oh my gosh.
Given the choice, I've like never seen him willingly camp back for like more than 10 seconds. That's just not in his blood.
Now I
always charge in with the... Who does that? Who just charges in with forward smash and makes it work?
Only the lap, folks.
Yeah, but at the same time, when he tries to use the more hard-to-approach strategies like Goddess Fireball, Cree's just going to jump in and capitalize. Because, again, that air mobility, those back airs, just option coverage. I love what Cree did right then. You saw how the lap was in a no-win situation.
And the lap just charged in with another F-Strong in order to take the stock.
Yep. Using downbeat to help punish those approaches with grabs, so Cree has to approach with nairs, with bears, and Cree is not afraid to. It's like both these players have answers for each other's tactics, and it's just about who can capitalize on them the most. Christ.
And it looks like Cree capitalized effectively with that up strong.
I didn't realize how strong of a tool that was until very recently. And
it is really good.
It blows me away that I haven't seen it more before. Is that a recent change with Remedy?
I think it's always been there, but with the up air ladders, it was definitely of lower priority. But now with that, the up air ladders are gone, I'm seeing it a lot more. I think it's one of her best kill confirms.
It absolutely is. But speaking of kill confirms, Cree's gonna struggle to find one while
the lap takes the game with another F-Strong. And the lap takes game 2. And more likely than not, we're going back to Ruins for game 3.
To clarify, actually, Cree took game 1. Delap took that rum back, proving that he could take it.
Oh shoot, sorry. I meant to say game 2. Silly me.
Yeah, you're good.
Apparently, okay, Juzo pointed this out, but in one of the beta bracket VODs, for the grand finals, I said it was Babunga versus Rapidio. So, like, don't feel bad about an occasional mistake.
Babunga has decided to main Jenny. The rep decided to main Jenny.
Yeah.
Babunga decided to rep Rapidio.
Rapidio didn't drop from the tournament and ended up getting grands. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Cree, please!
Oh, that is oh my gosh.
Wait, and in black screen. Goddess destroyed the stream itself.
That was such a spicy stock that it just demolished the stream. I honestly thought that was going to be an off the top. Now that was an apple. If that was an apple, oh my, Delap.
Alright, Delap has found his answer. Cree is not afraid to go in, so Delap is gonna double down. He is relentless, not staying back at all. Full offense.
This is honestly one of the most aggro-heavy sets I've ever seen, and with 2 of the least likely aggro characters. Like these 2 are just not failing to surprise me in this set, and it's really fascinating.
Yeah, 2 stocks down. Cree is still approaching, rapidly approaching, and it almost worked if he just stayed by ledge.
Like, Cree could very easily go on the defensive, but Delap can also go on the defensive with this lead, but they just choose not to. I guess it's not in their playstyle.
Like, that was the campiest we saw this whole game, and that was just them playing neutral.
Wait, did Cree kill Delap with the get-up attack? Interesting.
Don't sleep on get-up attack. Don't sleep on Apple Frog. The Fireball actually saving him, but...
Then the Forge Strong comes in to take the stock, and Delap is up 2 stocks, and we are only 2 minutes into this game.
2 minutes in, and mentalities have not changed. Both characters, full offense, all the time. Cree looking like he wants to set up into his gumball, but he's not getting many opportunities. Like, I guess on all the snipe.
Ooh, that was a nice flash snipe. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Delap is definitely doing well to stay clear of the mine and just staying clear of any grabs that Cree might be fishing for.
Actually, seeming to work against Cree in that specific situation.
If he was just a little bit earlier, if he was just
knowing that he was fishing for that.
Oh, gets the up air spike instead of the up air hitbox sending up. The up air probably would have killed if it sent up. And Cree is just not wavering, but yep, that'll do it. Delap takes game 3.
I suppose he definitely knew something about that matchup that we didn't. I guess Ruby... I wonder if it's Ruby being poor in this matchup, or him being much more confident in Goddess.
I think it's the latter, just because Delap has been going a lot of Goddess recently, and he just recently picked Ruby back up.
I'm not sure. I think he's always been a big fan of the Goddess matchup versus Remedy.
That could also be a possibility.
And
I haven't really heard.
I imagine Ruby wouldn't do very well against Remedy, considering how floaty she is. She'd get away from Ruby super easily.
I think Ruby could rack up damage, but he definitely struggles to find the kills since most of his kill confirms were taken away.
It'll be interesting to see who we
Delapidator very clearly not having any trouble finding kill confirms. Like, it doesn't even need the busted ass setup of that fireball into up tilt. In fact, up tilt he's like not used at all this set. Maybe used it like once or twice. Much more frequently opting for, say, Nair or forward air.
Also, for those in the stream who do not know, up tilt, the current up tilt is actually a bug, the result of a bug. So down tilt was supposed to be changed in the recent patch, but up tilt got changed along with it, so both up tilt and down tilt have the same properties. And my gosh.
And it's interesting how Delap isn't taking advantage of that.
Like, I know like Levi, another really good goddess, uses up tilt a lot in his combos. Like, he will use neutral B to up tilt at least 4 times and rack up 80 damage. It is insane, especially against characters like Fish who don't really have ammo. And this game is looking neck and neck right now. We are over a minute into this game and still haven't up, and as I say it, we have first blood.
Cree put himself at a very poor spot because there is no win for charging that forward smash, but not really mattering because Cree setting up the gumball, not taking much percent, and it's looking pretty even now.
And I'm noticing that Cree is getting a lot of kills without the gumball. It's actually...
Again, similar to Gaz's up tilt, it's a pretty powerful tool, but you don't need it. It doesn't define the character. You're not a one-trick pony. And I think you would think that, though, with how much Delap wants to charge in with forward smash. But even then, not opting for that exclusively.
I think the main thing that separates like top players from like a lot of the other players is just the fact that they're able to adapt so quickly. Like, they don't have to rely on their like one explicit play style. Like, they're able to change it up on the fly if necessary, which I think is very, very telling.
Absolutely, being locked into one style is going to be disadvantageous, but Cree, with that map awareness, the gumball wasn't even on screen, but he knew where it was, and he knew that the lab would be sent into it.
Now that
stage awareness
and character knowledge, like, that is just amazing.
That's the one time the lab wants to opt for up tilt in this match, when Remedy is on that platform.
It is definitely a good platform though, because the hitbox reaches out so far above her, and that's going to take the stock.
Yeah. Conversely, you notice that also means that Remedy won't want to be on that platform, period. And Cree isn't. Cree doesn't want to go on the platform. He wants to keep a very grounded game, which is a bit unorthodox, but it's working for him. Or at least it's working for him this game.
Remedy being up in the air is a double-edged sword, because she has more mobility with her up B, but she definitely runs the risk of being killed off the top a lot easier.
Speaking of getting killed off the top, the gumball nearly did at 70.
Oh, wow.
And now Cree is starting to call us out. The lab has to be very careful and very cautious about throwing out further forward smashes. If Kree's going to just blatantly power shield them.
Ooh, the lab getting a bit greedy with that upbeat.
I don't know if that was greed so much as trying to instill fear, but Cree did not bite. He's not biting at all. He doesn't want to deal with the lab's options. He wants to play his game. The lab keeps trying to be like, no, worry about this fireball. No, wait, worry about my up tilt. But no, Cree is keeping his distance, but keeping the pressure on, and Delap can't do anything about it. Or at least, if he wants to, yeah, he'll need to get in Kree's face.
Oh man, I think Cree is on his final stock in winners. Or could possibly be on his final stock in winners.
Potentially, but Cree still... I am still liking the play that we're seeing from Cree.
Yeah, Cree is definitely not down and out yet.
Though right now we are seeing a bit of something we weren't seeing a lot the rest of the set. We're seeing a lot of neutral interactions.
Honestly, I think earlier it was just them slamming at each other, hoping that they can get something going.
It absolutely was, but you can't play that lackadaisically.
Oh, and the lab's gonna take it 3-1.
A very valiant effort from Cree, showing why he was